It's interesting how even with all the amazing food around holidays like Chinese New Year, so many of us are still thinking about eating healthy.
Yeah, it really is.
Like we're all becoming part-time nutritionists or something.
It's true.
We're definitely more aware of how food impacts us these days.
Definitely.
And, when it comes to Chinese New Year, one of the big things is seafood.
Oh, for sure.
And you often see those dishes using really fancy ingredients, like abalone.
Yeah, you see abalone a lot during that time.
Abalone, that's something I've always wondered about.
Mm.
It sounds so fancy,
Yeah, it does.
like something you'd only see in a super expensive restaurant.
Right.
But what about the kind of abalone you can just buy in a can at the store?
Oh, right.
Is that actually good for you?
Well, you might be surprised to hear this, but
Yep.
canned abalone is actually really good for you.
Really?
Yeah, it's full of protein, which is really important for your body to build and repair itself. And if you're trying to cut down on fat, you'll be happy to know that it's naturally low in fat and calories.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So you can enjoy all those delicious flavors we love during Chinese New Year without feeling guilty.
exactly.
I love it.
It's a win-win.
One of the sources I was looking at mentioned something called a complete amino acid profile. What is that exactly?
So lots of different foods have protein in them, but
Oh,
a
yeah.
complete amino acid profile means that abalone has all 9 of the essential amino acids,
Right.
which are basically these building blocks that our bodies need but can't make on their own.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like getting the full package deal.
Wow. So it's not just about feeling full.
No?
It's about giving your body the right stuff to actually work properly.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see why abalone is considered such a special ingredient.
It's a good one.
It's not just hype.
No, not at all.
And it's not just the protein either, right?
Right.
It's packed with vitamins and minerals, too.
Oh, yeah. It's like a treasure trove of good stuff.
One of the sources, Teck, I think it was, they even list vitamins A, B, E, and D.
Wow.
It's like a multivitamin you can actually enjoy eating.
I like that. That's a great way to put it.
And it's got all those minerals, too, right?
Absolutely. Tons of calcium for strong bones, potassium for your muscles,
Okay.
and then iron and zinc, which are crucial for all sorts of things in your body.
You've totally convinced me.
Uh-huh.
Canned abalone is definitely going on my Chinese New Year menu this year.
I love it.
But I have to admit, I'm not the best cook. What are some easy ways to use it in my cooking?
Well, there are actually tons of great recipes out there.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And a lot of them are surprisingly simple.
Perfect.
Yeah, you don't have to be a master chef to cook with abalone.
Phew, that's a relief.
You'll be surprised how easy it can be.
Okay, I'm ready for some inspiration.
All right, let's dive into some recipes then. One of the sources we looked at, Giant Singapore, has all these Chinese New Year recipes that use abalone.
Oh, cool.
Some of them seem kind of complicated, but there are definitely some that are easy enough for people like me who aren't, professional chefs.
Okay, good. Like me too.
So tell me about some of them.
Well, how about this one?
Okay.
It's called braised abalone with shiitake mushrooms over bok choy.
Okay.
It's a classic dish.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, and it looks amazing. You've got the tender abalone, the earthy mushrooms, and then that crispy bok choy.
Oh, yeah. I love bok choy.
It's so good.
That sounds like a really nice combination of textures and flavors.
Exactly. And it smells incredible, too.
Even better.
It's perfect for Chinese New Year.
What if I'm looking for something a little lighter, though?
They've got a recipe for that, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called abalone porridge, Korean style.
Interesting.
It actually sounds really comforting and easy to make.
Porridge with abalone?
Yeah, why not?
That's definitely not something you see every day.
I know, right?
It's like a whole new way to think about porridge.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's definitely going on my list to try.
You should. What about something a little more adventurous?
Oh, they've got something for that too.
Let's hear it.
It's called abalone sauce for chicken rice,
Okay.
and it shows how you can really get creative with abalone.
How so?
So instead of using the whole abalone,
Right.
you make this amazing umami-packed sauce out of it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Umami.
Oh, yeah.
What does that even mean?
Like the fifth taste.
The fifth taste.
I know, right?
I thought there were only 4.
So did I.
Like sweet, sour, salty, and bitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Found that.
So what's the fifth one?
Umami, it's like this savory, satisfying taste.
Okay.
You know that taste you get from like mushrooms or aged cheese?
Yeah.
Or abalone.
Ah.
It just
right.
makes everything taste richer and more complex.
So it's like the secret ingredient to deliciousness.
Pretty much.
I like it.
So this abalone sauce,
Yeah.
it just takes a simple dish like chicken rice and elevates it to a whole new level.
I'm sold. I'm you. I'm a too. It's amazing how many ways you can use canned abalone.
And with all these Chinese New Year recipes,
Yeah.
it's clear that it's not just about how it tastes.
No, definitely not.
It's about the culture,
You
too.
got it.
It's about tradition.
It really is. Food plays a huge role in so many cultures.
Absolutely.
And abalone is seen as a symbol of prosperity and good fortune,
Wow.
especially in Asian cultures.
Really?
Yeah. So serving it during Chinese New Year is like a way to bring good luck to the new year.
It's fascinating how much meaning can be packed into a single ingredient.
Yeah, it's really cool.
We've been talking a lot about meat dishes,
Uh-huh.
but what about people who don't eat meat?
That's a great question.
Are there any abalone recipes for them?
You know, there are.
Really?
Yeah, Giant Singapore has this recipe for mock abalone with broccoli.
Mock abalone.
Yeah, it uses these baling mushrooms.
Okay.
And apparently they taste a lot like abalone.
Wow.
They have a similar texture, too.
So even vegetarians can enjoy those classic flavors.
Exactly.
I love that.
They do. It's great that there are options for everyone.
Speaking of options,
Yeah.
what about sustainability?
That's a really important point.
Especially with something like abalone.
Right, abalone is a delicacy.
Yeah.
So overfishing has been a problem in some places.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's really important to choose brands that are doing things the right way.
You mean sustainably?
Yeah, sustainably and ethically.
So how do we know which brands those are?
You can usually find certifications or labels on the packaging.
Okay.
That'll tell you if the abalone was harvested responsibly.
Got it. So we can enjoy all this delicious food,
Yeah,
but still make sure we're being mindful of the environment.
exactly. It's all about balance.
That's a great reminder.
Thanks.
You know, for people who haven't tried abalone before,
Mm-hmm.
how would you describe the taste?
It's definitely unique.
Okay.
It's kind of sweet and savory,
Interesting.
but also a little bit briny.
Briny like the ocean.
Yeah, exactly like the ocean.
Okay.
Some people say it tastes a little nutty, too. Yeah, and sometimes even a little metallic.
Huh. That's a lot of different flavors.
I know, right?
It's a pretty complex taste.
It is, but it's one of those tastes that grows on you.
I've heard it described as tender but firm.
That's a good way to put it.
Almost like a cross between scallops and calamari.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
I guess that makes sense.
It's got that nice chewiness to it.
Yeah, I like that.
And then when you braise it,
yeah, huh?
all those flavors from the braising liquid just soak right in.
Oh, man, now I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
This whole conversation has been an eye-opener.
It really has.
I never knew canned abalone could be so versatile.
And nutritious.
Right, and nutritious.
It's the best of both worlds.
Exactly. You can eat healthy and still enjoy amazing food.
That's what it's all about.
Before we move on, I have to ask,
Yeah. Hmm?
what's your top tip for people who are ready to start cooking with abalone?
Oh, that's easy. Don't be afraid to experiment. You can use it in all the traditional recipes, of course.
Right.
But don't be afraid to try something new.
Like what?
You could add it to pasta dishes, salads, stir fries.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many possibilities.
Just
It's really a versatile ingredient.
I'd like a chance to get creative in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Maybe even come up with a new family favorite.
Ooh, I love that.
So for our listeners who are now experts on canned abalone,
Uh-huh.
they know about the health benefits, the different ways to cook it, even how to make sure they're buying it from sustainable sources.
Mm-hmm.
What's the main thing we want them to take away from all this?
I hope they see that canned abalone is more than just a convenient ingredient.
Okay.
It's actually really nutritious and versatile.
It's not just something you keep in the back of your pantry just in case.
Right, exactly.
It's something you can use to make really delicious meals.
Absolutely. Whether it's for a special occasion or just a regular weeknight dinner.
And for people who are celebrating Chinese New Year,
Yeah.
it's a great way to connect with their culture and add a touch of luxury to their celebrations. It's proof that you don't have to sacrifice flavor to eat healthy.
Nope, not at all.
You can explore new things, honor traditions, and take care of yourself all at the same time.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is.
I hope this deep dive has inspired some of our listeners to get creative with abalone.
Me too. Maybe they'll come up with some amazing new recipes.
I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of canned abalone.
It's been fun.
We've covered a lot today,
We have.
from the nutritional benefits to delicious recipes to responsible sourcing.
I think we've pretty much covered it all.
And as always, we want to hear from you.
Yes, definitely.
Have you tried any of the recipes we talked about?
Or maybe you have your own special way of cooking abalone.
Share your culinary adventures with us.
We love to learn from our listeners.
Until next time,
Keep diving deep. Bye, everyone.
bye.